try. Whether we succeed or not, it'll stir up some of the old blood in this crowd.
I'm not going to lead them to their deaths if they aren't ready.
Then train them. What are we doing here? We should either get used to staying here, or be preparing to retake the hall. You're having us do neither, and I can't stomach it.
But your stomach isn't my problem. We'll act when I say we do, and not before.
Well, you'd better say something. And soon.
He draws near. He draws.
The Master calls.
The Master calls.
The idle mind sleeps.
I am his hands. Be careful!
If I spy a singing bird, I'll snap its neck before it's heard. He says to the man, "Not a hoarder, that's my wife." I love that one.
Need to get back to my anvil.
At night, the wind picks up from the ocean and...
Come to
well,
mock our
I'm just
shame,
lucky
like
to
the
keep
others?
warm.
What's going on here is that we've been kicked out of our home. The Mead Hall, up there on the hill. We were... Some reeklings have taken it over. With tenacity and numbers. It didn't help that we'd grown a little too comfortable up there. Too much mead, too many stories, too few battles.
So, what do you plan on doing?
What do you mean?
I've tried hitting against
We're
the
not going to be
stump
lounging around in a hall anymore, so you'll have to be a little more useful. Can't make me down here.
I hadn't really thought of it. I'm still hoping we can go home.
This is home now, boy. Start living.
It's so bright out here. I don't know how you stand it.
Got any meat?
What now?
I just wanted to make sure you were all right.
I make it,
You're worried
drink it,
like nobody.
I share it with friends. Ha!
There were too
Thirsk
many.
didn't always make its own mead. No,
Don't you see
we used to
that?
get by on
None of
shipments
that
from
matters.
Skyrim. But
I'm
those
going
gold
to go
grubbers
down
at the
as
East Empire
unworthy
Company
because
started
of that
charging
grab.
more than their share for bringing it
To
over.
live like this now.
We still buy what we have to,
Unless you're
but I
ready
make
to
as
go
much
fight
as I
those
can.
things, just leave me.
I wouldn't be at Thirsk if I wasn't. These days I focus a little more on the creature comforts of the hall, though. The food, the drink, the stories. It drives Kuvar mad, but someone has to do it or the place would be a little cold. Well, the easy answer, of course. Mead! Actually, now that I think of it, I have been missing the Ashfire. It's a special brew that we make at Thirsk. If you could somehow get up there and grab a bottle, I'd be a long way towards forgetting how miserable it is down here. Farewell.
Sorry, friend. I can't make anything for you down here. I'll need to get back to my forge.
Unless
It just
you
came
can
on so
leave us
quickly.
in peace.
That depends on who you ask. I fight, I protect the hall, I bring in meat. And I think I could take on most of the tree lovers up in the Skull Village. But because I'd rather drink a mug of mead at night instead of training until I drop, Kuvar calls me a layabout. Wish he would just lighten up. You don't know the half of it. Bujel's just embarrassed, I think. Doesn't help that her husband is one of the loudest complainers. She's always been quick to shame. Kuvar. He thinks we've all gotten a little too soft. I can see what he means looking at Elmas, but the rest of us still have our edge. At least, I think so. And don't tell Elmas I said that. You don't know that. Bujel's just she's always been quick to shame. All my life, she's my big sister. Don't worry, most people can't tell we're related. But she's always trying to be the one in charge. I'm feeling terrible when something goes wrong. Until next time.
Need to get back to my anvil.
Come to mock our shame, like the others?
Hey, keep your hands to yourself. I've tried hitting against a stump by my tent, but iron needs iron, if you want it shaped right. Need to get back to my anvil.
I don't really have time for this.
Got any meat?
I'd be better off with some meat in my belly, but the air in Solstheim is almost as sweet. Do you know of the skull? A long time ago, a man named Hrothmund left the skull to form his own tradition. Warriors in the wild, living like the Nords of old. They would hunt, they would fight, and the mightiest among them would rise up as leader. But those days are behind us now. We brought ourselves out here, along with our shame. We used to be proud warriors of Thirsk Mead Hall, there, up on the hill. But we let that sweet life get the better of us. We grew soft and... Reeklings. Those filthy vermin, they came in numbers, waves of the things. One at a time, they're pests. But with this many... And so here we are, out of our home. Until next time.
You follow me. You follow me. Privik. Wafatu. Rama. Must oil pursuit and all the hard-to-reach places. Me, you strong, help Dragon. Dragon live all places, all of world within great water. You strong, help Dragon. We family, we strong, you stronger. Bilkamak, run. Prize beast, run. Fool tribe kin, chase away. Bilkamak, fear. You bring, he follow you, yes. Bilkamak, prize beast, you find, he follow. Bilkamak, love meat, give meat, he follow. You go. no see, Bilkamak, go, hot, fire, cold, dizzy drink, happy tribe. Get back. Predict, Elifaka, Kawa, Wafatu.
I brought down as much as I could when we ran off, but it will only last so long. Oh, that's the stuff, all right. You're a good friend to Thirsk, and to me. I thank you. Farewell.
Must oil mother soon. Get all the hard to reach places. Bilkamak, follow you. Bilkamak, no strength. Tribe Kim, stronger. You stay, help more. Tribe Kim, missing red cross. Need for God speak dance. You bring red cross, we dance. Here, like this, go bring 2 hands of red cross. Be friend of Tribe King. Elifaka to Kawa. Wander, gather. Good red grass. Later we burn. Now, final task. Then you tribe give. Bad Nords sell thirsty bears. Live by water. Bother tribe keep. We fight. You strong. You help. No more bad Nords. Bad people. They come fight us. We fight back now. You know. We know. Come fight. We wait. But you come fight. Brawa. Madness is merry and merriment smite when the jester comes calling. He's not. Elifaka, oh, kawa. Elifaka, oh, kawa. Rawa.
Yes, this camp is small, but it's all we have left. Come to mock our shame, like the others? I wouldn't call it that. We've just got a bit of an infestation is all. Down here to catch our breath, and then we'll be back in the hall once I get the rest of these up to move. Reeklings. You must have passed by the hall on your way down here. Well, it's been overrun. We're just out here temporarily, to regroup. Longer than I would have liked. What's going on here is that the Mead Hall, up there on the... Are you offering to help? Some new blood should be enough to rouse these layabouts to actually fight again. Well, let's move then. Hey, you lazy milk drinkers, get over here. I know you're all starting to settle in here and keep up the fat lives you've got used to up in the hall. But look here, this outsider has more fire than any of you. All I had to do was mention our little infestation, and he volunteered in a second. I don't want to have my spirit outstripped by some wanderer, so let's get up there and kill us some reeklings.
Jester comes calling.
Is someone there?
That was almost exhilarating. How are you feeling?
Cicero's
Good to hear. In fact, that's just the spirit I'll need from my second. Do you want to come with me? My second. If we're going to take up residence here again, I need to get the blessing of Rothmund again. I'll need a witness and, well, you see the kind of horker brains I deal with around here. What do you say? Well, let's not waste time talking about it then.
I'm going to stay here and check on the meat.
A lot of work to do around this place.
Oh, what is it?
Mother? Is that your voice?
We'll clean up here. You go with Bejeweled.
No. Just my head playing.
Are you ready to go inside? The burial place of Rothmund, who founded Thirsk. He brought a group of true warriors away from the soft life of the Skal to know the wilderness, to feel the sting of cold and of steel. I know that sounds a little silly. It's just the way it's written in the books, and that phrase has always stuck with me. It's pretty simple. Rothmund's axe is in there with him. Anyone who attempts to take hold of it has their spirit judged by Rothmund himself. No, nothing like that. He doesn't need to battle us to know us. He's always watched over Thirsk and sees us from beyond. And in my case, since he's already deemed me worthy, it will just be a matter of him remembering why he blessed me before. Really, all you need to do is watch. Let's not waste any time then.
Must all mother soon.
So I just need to take hold of it.
You seek my blessing for the leadership of Thirsk Hall?
I do. It is I, Bujold. You blessed me in the past, and now I've rid the Hall of Reeklings and returned it to its rightful owners.
And
okay
well
with
it
the
is
dark.
that this has
I've spent
happened.
more than my share
But
of
I have
time
always
with
watched,
already.
and know that it was your softness that led to your own exile. You
No,
allowed your
I-
fellow warriors to grow weak, while the dangers around you mounted.
Then, the leadership is not mine?
No, nor is there any among you fit to serve. For a band in the wilderness, it is better to have no leader than a poor one.
That was a little embarrassing. Ashamed, but I guess that was the point. I need to return to Thirsk. No matter what Rothman says, we need a leader, and I'm still the best person for that. Look what's happened to us so far under his watchful eye. He gave his blessing to all the leaders who brought us to this point. Anyway, he's dead and we're alive. It's time to begin a new tradition for Thirsk, and I'm going to do that. All I need is for you to back me up. You don't even need to lie. Just don't tell anyone else what you heard here. I was afraid you might say that. Well, looks as though I'll have to prove my mettle against you now. You're mine!
That'll teach you.
So I just need to take hold of it.
You seek my blessing for the leadership of Thirsk Hall?
I do. It is I, Bujold. You blessed me in the past, and now I've rid the Hall of Reeklings and returned it to its rightful owners.
And well it is that this has happened. But I have always watched, and know that it was your softness that led to your own exile. You
No,
allowed your
I-
fellow warriors to grow weak, while the dangers around you mounted.
Then, the leadership is not mine?
No, nor is there any among you fit to serve. For a band in the wilderness, it is better to have no leader than a poor one.
That was a little embarrassing. The only thing I can do, I need to return to Thirsk. No matter what Rothman says, we need a leader, and I'm still the best person for that. Look what's happened to us so far under his watchful eye. He gave his blessing to all the leaders who brought us to this point. Anyway, he's dead and we're alive. It's time to begin a new tradition for Thirsk, and I'm going to do that. All I need is for you to back me up. You don't even need to lie. Just don't tell anyone else what you heard here. Good. See that you do. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a hall to lead. He draws near.
Our sweet lady is maiden, mother, and crone. getting over some flowers. Pretty flowers.
But Joel says you served well. Before we were married, I was her second on the first trip to the Barrow. Rothman knows strength, in this world and the next. I don't think you know how dangerous it is to say what you just said. This is a serious accusation. I'm sure Bejoled can straighten it out for us. Bejoled, your second claims that Rothman did not yield a blessing to you. Is that true?
My second would do well to keep his mouth shut.
So, you don't deny this?
Kuvar, listen to me. You said yourself that this place had lost sight of its past. We need a new tradition to move us forward. Instead of listening to a ghost in a tomb, we should steer our own destinies.
Your words carry some wisdom. But if you truly believed in the spirit of Thirsk, you would have spoken them honestly. Instead, you hid your shame.
Kuvar,
I can't even look at you right now. Get out of here. Run to the wilds.
Kuvar, I'm your wife. You can't.
And so I feel your shame all the more deeply. When it's time, we will seek you out. Until then, go and attempt to earn your honor in the old ways. But Joel says you served well. Before we were married, I was her Rothman knows strength. In this... Yes, I remember how I felt being there with her the first time, before we were wed. I hope to see you more around the hall, friend.
You have no idea how good it is to be back here. Thanks for your help, friend. I have friends in Raven Rock, and a few among the Skal. There's not much metal on the island itself, but we can find what we need, when we need it. Those things had filled it up with slop for their beasts. Elmas helped me wash it out, but the fire still smells terrible. It's not as good as it used to be, but I still am, at least. Cleaning out the forge was the easy part. But those blasted reeklings made off with most of my materials. And I can't forge air. You tend to wander around, don't you? If you come across any Stalrim or ebony in your travels, bring them back to Old Halbarn. Help each other out.
Aye.
It's good to have trustworthy souls in this place. I lead those who will follow, and most of these are the following sort, so yes, I think we'll be all right. I don't think we need that old ghost anymore. Whoever leads us next can go plead with him if they want to, but I'd rather make a tradition of my own. Rothmund was a great man, but he wasn't a god or a paragon. We're alive, he's not, and we look to ourselves for strength. Until next time.
Finally, I can get some sleep at night.
By chance to see the cat, I'll feed its corpse to... dead rat!
You getting a little antsy. Now that we're back where we belong, I'm hoping we can get ourselves back to what Thirsk deserves. We're colder than the snow and harder than steel. We wrap ourselves in both to remind us of the world we face. At least that's my hope. We've all learned lessons at the expense of this recent unpleasantness.
Were you able to salvage any of the meat?
We're gonna rebuild, the hall and ourselves, in some form or another.
Some of the newer batches.
What did they do to
Until
it?
next time.
Just trust me, you don't want to drink.
Divine smile on you, friend.
Enough for now. But I'll either need to get some more barrels or start importing more if we're going to make it through next winter. Last thing you want is the mead to run out just as the fire dies. We lost most of the batches we had brewing before those things were here. One is just ready to take its turn though, and it's about time to add some of the flavorings. You can't find them on Solstheim, but if you find yourself back in Skyrim, I wouldn't mind you bringing some
I'm
juniper
feeling
berries.
motivated. That's
They
enough
add
for
a
now.
different kind of sweetness.
What exactly happened?
Tart. Makes the flavor
That's
more
between me
round.
and the spirits, Kuvar. You know that.
Kuvar isn't enough to frighten me off. He makes a lot of noise, but at the end of the day, he wants what we all want. Peace and a warm drink. Oh, perfect. Just the right ripeness, too. Good work, friend.
You've taught me a lot.
There's more yet.
I am his hand.
Are we hunting soon?
We are if I have anything to say about it.
The master calls.
Make it quick. I won't be here much longer. To tell you the truth, I've been a little distracted. I've got this idea. I want to make a reminder, so we never forget what happened the last time we got soft. I want to ring the whole hall with their little spears, mocking us from the past, making us work harder, fight better. The only problem is, I'm gonna need a lot of spears. A lot. So if you could find a bunch of them for me, that would make it easier. Till next time. Just warming up a bit here, before I head out and take some revenge on those Reeklings. Oh, I'm sure it will be. Give him here, and I'll get to work soon. Until next time. Now here's a man I'm glad to see.
Thanks for having my back, friend.
Break that loot across my knee. to choose to fight, why then I'll set his clothes alight.
Azura's wisdom. Whatever you say, boss. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Getting a little antsy.
The idle mind.
The entire island isn't covered in ash, you know. They have huge ice.
You've been a good friend to me. That means something. Take a look. Bring your weapons and armor. I'll fix it up right.
I work for Mogul. You got a problem?
It's busier now. I am.
Here you go.
If you need any supplies, you know where to find me.
Destroying the ash spawn has made it safer to work in the fields. Thank you. Goodness, it must have been quite difficult tracking those creatures down out there. Here, take these. They should help you during your journeys.
Let's get indoors. I'm no fan of the sun. It'd be better than this.
Now here's a man I'm glad to see.
I hate most of the travelers that come through here, but you've shown yourself as one of the better ones.
Divine smile on you, friend.
What's that?
I hate most of the travelers that come.
I definitely missed the forge. I wonder if it missed me. Just in time, too. Kuvar was starting to give me some grief about his new armor. This will do the trick nicely. You come back if you ever want some fancier armor yourself now.
Until next time.